shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Fall back here, get fall back here, get back. I know as long as she get really Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way back. Now we on track, but you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back. In the back of the Maybach, play that. Just say that, I be in the streets like a stray rat. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one. Between the Houston Oilers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Red. 60 red.
On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Steal, check, set.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go. 50, green, fury, yellow. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Girl Greek, blue 32. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here we go. Set.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check, smash. Set, go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Blue striker. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
6, mega, red, yellow, set.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Come on. Ain't Cardinal,
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. 2nd year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Oilers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready, ready, deal, 52 blue.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, strike.
Looking to throw. Cotton. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Go.
Back to throw. Cotton. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Okay, break. Deputy.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second down and 8.
Mega. Down. 10 black. Drill green. Claws red. Green jack. Red cycle. Ready?
Looking to throw. Hicks. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
That's a gain of 6.
Black
Brings
jack.
up 3rd and 3.
Black blue. Here. Yellow. Hut, hut.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Tag. Cougar 19.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That is caught by Fountain. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
60 Eagles, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1st and goal, Houston.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Cotton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hey. Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Oilers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Throwing to start the drive. Hicks. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hicks. Room past the 35. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Blue. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Right down. 52 blue. Slice blue. Hut. Green jack. Red cycle.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Ready.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Blaster, thick, claws red. Black ultra. Red, yellow. Blue striker. Set, run.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Blue. White. Hut.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And fighting down inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Here we go. Viking 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Cotton. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thornton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dante Thornton. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go. Set.
And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Then complete into the hands of Fowler. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Six. Get it. Roll. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Looking to throw. Cotton. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
The final shot before break. Cotton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
2nd and 3. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
19, Charger, 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. Shot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cotton. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd
Chop,
and
17.
1.
Red, cycle. Black shot. Blue striker. Set, go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Blaster, 6. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he dropped it. pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Down. 52 blue. Needle blue. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Green jack. Cut.
Back to throw. Hicks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
Slide through. Black. 95. Set.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Drill green. Set. Ready. 33. Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. He'll try to pick it up himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Black shot. Let's go. Blue striker. 10. Hut.
Looking to throw. Hicks. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue, claws red. Hut.
Back to throw. Hicks. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Ready.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
50, blaster, 6, smash, red, seal, black. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Yellow, 43. Hut.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Oilers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. An extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
36-yard line.
Let's go. 10 black, green jack, black ultra, 6, mega. Set, cut.
Back to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Cotton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's right. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Flag blue. Rail, yellow. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete. He's got Tootin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 4 set.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they run in their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, you're giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
1-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
2nd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mega. Set.
Throwing to start the drive. Hicks. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Steel. Blaster. 6. Black shot. Hut.
2nd and 4. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Hold ready.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready!
And they'll get... And caught down! And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Hicks. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Tap to 60. Tap to 60.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And with this win and an AFC Championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.